What do you do if you're Tucker Carlson in this instance and your president has looked like a soy boy by going into the bunker, and then his whole stunt to clear out Washington, D.C. so he can hold up a Bible at a church comes off as completely ham-fisted? Tucker has got to figure out a way of threading the needle. And, you know, the way that, and I don't know why this comes to mind, Nomi, but the way that white supremacists work out the problem that if blacks and Latinos or whomever are lesser races than them, how is it that they also are aggrieved by them because they're being, you know, that these people are taking out their resources? And that's because in white nationalist lore, it's the Jews who are pulling the strings. And the Jews, they're clever. And they pull the strings and they use these other people to defeat the white people. Now, I don't know why that comes to mind, but here is a clip of Tucker Carlson talking about Donald Trump's failures.
No one has more contempt for Donald Trump's voters than Jared Kushner does, and no one expresses it more frequently. In 2016, Donald Trump ran as a law and order candidate because he meant it, and his views remain fundamentally unchanged today. But the president's famously sharp instincts, the ones that won him the presidency almost 4 years ago, have been since subverted at every level by Jared Kushner. This is true on immigration, on foreign policy, and especially on law enforcement.
That subversive little Jared Kushner. All of a sudden, Jared Kushner has all this power. It's almost like he's controlling him with strings, like a puppet master, if you will. Let's hear what Kushner is doing now. I wonder, he must have. Did he do this last night? Did Carlson do this last night?
Yes.
Here, let's play this.
But Kushner is convinced the president that throwing open the prisons is the key to winning African-American votes in the fall, and that those votes are essential to his reelection. Several times over the past few days, the president has signaled that he would very much like to crack down on rioters. That is his instinct. If you've watched him, you believe it. But every time he has been talked out of it by Jared Kushner and by aides that Kushner has hired and controls. Kushner's assumption, apparently, is that African-American voters like looting. That is wrong. Normal Americans of all colors hate looting.
Amazing.
Wow. Right? So there's Tucker Carlson explaining to his followers why Donald Trump is not performing in the way that they want to. And it's because he's being subverted by his son-in-law who manipulates the blacks for the
advantage.
He's a racist
Jew.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
There you go. Tucker Carlson. Good stuff, guy. Good stuff.
You know, I think that they're going to try to push it as far as they can. There's just so much. We should really pay attention to Fox News and their this kind of subliminal messaging. It's not subliminal at all, actually. But because there's so much happening, they're not going to get the criticism they normally would. Like if he had said that 2 weeks ago, he'd probably be suspended from Fox News, I think.
And I would add, not only would I add that in terms of just like monitor, but like they tipped their hand yesterday. We had multiple clips because throughout the day they were talking about Antifa. Right. And it was really like they were teeing something up. I mean, Donald Trump didn't come up with this yesterday morning. They were talking about Antifa over the weekend, and they were really teeing up, I think, this assault on the protesters.